So you get pulled over, right?
Yeah.
Cops find the weapon. Who gun is this?
Yeah, this shit didn't happen plenty of times.
Yeah,
my boy don't say that's his guns when they come to the car. Convicted, they just, take the charge.
Yo, what's up, people? We is back. Another day on Keep It G News. And then we gotta talk about Boosie. Like I told y'all before, it is so much to discuss with this Boosie situation, man. Straight up, yo. So in this video, we're gonna go into Boosie history a little bit. We're gonna talk about his charge because there's a lot of misconceptions about Boosie, man. Everybody talking about this 6 bodies and all this nonsense. That's not what happened. Boosie never was charged or beat 6 bodies. So we're going to talk about that. We also going to talk about the series of events that I think led up to this recent arrest, because I think it was a build-up. I think what we're saying with Boosie is bigger than a gun charge. Much bigger. But what we just watched in the beginning was the footage or the IG live that the police used to make this arrest on Boosie. The San Diego state charges that turned into fed charges. And you seen the Math Hoffa interview. Now look, right? I don't like what Math Hoffa did. I think what Math Hoffa did in that interview was irresponsible. And I think he set Boosie up, man. I think he set him up by his line of questioning. Which I didn't see in that clip was the question that Math Hoffa asked Boosie originally was, you can't keep it real in every situation. You know what I'm saying? He asked him, he said you couldn't keep it real in every situation. And that led Boosie to keeping it real. He put him in a trick bag. And it looked like it was intentional to me. I didn't like the questioning. I didn't like his demeanor. And I think Boosie got comfortable because he looked at it like, I'm around my own people. We are street guys. Math Hoffa ain't gonna put me in this situation. I don't even think Boosie would have answered that question on Vlad, y'all. Straight up. I don't think Boosie would have answered that question on Vlad. But like I say, in this video, we're going to discuss a lot. So you're going to have to watch from start to finish, man, because it's going to be a very detailed video. Now, I told y'all we're going to go into his past, right? But before we go into his past, because all of this is going to make sense in what I'm trying to get y'all to see. I want y'all to see what I believe are some of the series of events that led up to Boosie's arrest.
A convicted felon is getting ready to bond out of jail. Police arrested him during a traffic stop. And this is the mugshot for Torrance Hatch, also known as Lil Boosie. Channel 2 Steve Gelbach is live at the Coweta County Jail in Noonan. And Steve, this morning you talked exclusively to the sheriff.
Yeah, and Boosie, also now known as Boosie Badass, B-A-D-A-Z-Z, should be walking out of here after posting bond at any time here. Now, we did get the mugshot of Torrance Hatch Jr. The sheriff says he was driving when their deputy saw him swerving, almost sideswipe another car. He took a while to pull over. Then the deputy smelled marijuana in that rented Dodge Charger. The passenger, Antonio Allen, not the former NFL player of the same name, claimed he was the bodyguard, said there was a gun in the car. And this is the photo of what the sheriff's office says was found in that car after a search: a stack of cash, 14 grams of marijuana, and a 9mm handgun. Both men were arrested on charges of possession of drugs and a firearm during a crime.
Yeah, I got a lot of hoes in my house right now. Yeah. I got like 35 hoes in my house right now. If anybody want they let me know. I'm ready to fight. I take off the, I could fight. I would throw them in the office. All the niggas do is take off their bag and they gun. And I'm gonna throw them with you in the parking lot. I'm like this, man. I moved out here for training. I'm finna sell my shit. You're targeting my vehicle. If I was a white college player, you wouldn't with my vehicle. If I played soccer or baseball, you wouldn't with my vehicle. You'll stop them for an autograph. They got me pulled over again, so I'm finna perform a concert in front of the police. They got me pulled over again. You wanna talk shit? You wanna run your mouth? You want some gangsters front your motherfucking house? We'll set this bitch off. Set this bitch off. We'll set this bitch off. Set this bitch off. Look, bitch, you wanna talk shit? You wanna run your mouth, bitch? You want some haters front your motherfucking house? We gon' set this bitch off. Set this bitch off. We gon' set this bitch off. Set this bitch off. I'm performing in front of fans on the highway. Cities, fuck them. Narcotics, fuck them. Feds, fuck them. DA, fuck them. We don't need you bitches on our street. Say with me, fuck the police. Fuck the police. Are we going to jail or not? That's the question. I don't know. The money ready. This is pocket change. This is fucking pocket change. If we going to jail, the money is ready. That's what we need to know. This is pocket change. 30,000. This is what I keep in my pocket to spend a day. What you make a year?
That's a nice change, sir.
What you make a year? 40? 38, right? 38, what you make a year in Fairburn? What you make a year? A little more than that? Oh, okay. If you ever get tired of working for them, come work for me. I'll pay you double. I'll pay you double. If you ever get tired of this shit, because you don't talk much, I like you. So if you ever get tired of this shit, I will pay you double. And get your dick sucked anytime you want it. Anytime. By black women.
Now, those videos date back to 2019. I actually believe that they have been watching Boosie from 2019. But why? You know, why was they watching Boosie this long? And we know they was watching him because what the police said, they was watching the IG Live. And from everything we know, if Boosie was a hardened criminal, selling drugs, you know, organizing gang activity, you know, like they're alleging against YFN Lucci and Young Thug, he would have been charged with it. Why is he not charged with it? Because to me, I think the whole time, they was trying to catch Boosie with a gun. I actually said it 9 months ago. They was trying to catch him with a gun. But for what? Why are they trying to trick this man off the streets when he's not doing nothing but speaking? I think Boosie recent arrest is really about freedom of speech. And that should have all of us in the black community upset regardless of how you personally feel about Boosie. What they just did to him was wrong, y'all. It was wrong. It was predatory and it should be illegal. It should be illegal. Because why are you watching this man, y'all? Why was they watching him? We don't got no history of Boosie selling drugs. Ain't been no murders in the since he been home. From everything we know, Boosie turned his life around. And one of the things I said 9 months ago was, I hope Boosie making sure he crossed all his T's and dotted his I's before he talking to the police like this. And I think in his mind, he believed he was, because let me tell you something, y'all. When you've really been engulfed in the street life and you make a change, now you might not change 100%, but in your mind, because you're not doing what you was recently doing, you're a changed man. And I think that's what happened with Boosie. I think Boosie failed to realize that he still took guns sometimes, allegedly. You know, and that is illegal. Even though his intentions with the guns ain't the same, he still told them. And the police knew that as well, because he had to told them, because his line of work, you know, Boosie have to go in the hoods. Boosie do videos with up and coming artists, you know, give them chances to blow. And we got to salute that, you know. But a lot of times he's going to be in the hood. So when he in the hood, he got to protect himself. And I told y'all in the video I did the other day with that, I'm going to protect me 100% of the time. I don't know what this guy's going to do. Bodyguard or not, paid or not, straight up. Now, one of the misconceptions of Boosie is he's this hardened criminal. But Boosie history don't really say that.
We're not talking about pounds, getting caught with pounds. You're talking about 3 charges since I was 18, you know, like 2-3 grams in a car. A couple roaches, 2-3 grams, you know, 7 grams, you know, and I get sent straight to penitentiary, you know, no probation.
When he
Nothing,
shows up
you know.
for court on that Monday morning for sentencing, the judge says, hey, just this past weekend, you deliberately defied me. And as a result, the judge gave him what I consider to be, you know, an extra sentence.
Like, I wasn't supposed to be in jail for no marijuana, so I was like, damn.
Or the other inmate?
Nah, I had drug charges.
Okay,
in jail
right.
too,
Oh,
when I was fighting my death penalty, I was lost.
Okay.
You know, I needed drugs.
Right.
I was lost.
So you got Boosie, got arrested for marijuana, and the gun was involved, but he pled guilty to the marijuana. So we just gonna deal with he pled guilty to, you know. Charges is charges. If there's no guilt in it, they can't really bring it up. So Boosie caught 2 years for possession of marijuana in Louisiana. Louisiana got some of the stiffest marijuana laws. Y'all just seen it. But I told y'all previously, it was a time in the United States where possession of marijuana charge would keep you from getting a job. How many lives do you think got turned to the streets that way? Countless. I remember getting denied jobs because I was 18 and I had possession of marijuana charge. That's it. Nothing else. No violence. Now with Boosie, he don't have a violent history. Yeah, he was arrested for the murder. 1, not 6. He didn't beat 6. And he was found not guilty. Now, I don't completely at all really agree with what he did with Marlo Mike. Now, I've told y'all I've led a few wrong. When I was young, Boosie was 27 at the time. He should have known better. He shouldn't have had that 15-year-old ride with him taking charge. You know what I mean? I don't agree with that. But he was still found not guilty. Still found not guilty. And I also agree with Charleston White. Well, I said it probably before him, but, you know, he gets the credit. He's the bigger person. That when you get out there, grabs, you don't let them catch you again. You do not let them catch you again. And I detailed the time when I told y'all I got caught with I got caught in a hit and run. They tried to give me a year. I only got a point on my driver's license. But these are the games that they play when you get away from them. They don't like it. They want you. Now, with Boosie, I don't even think they wanted Boosie for the murder. No, I think that was in the back of their mind. But I think Boosie's recent arrest was all about freedom of speech. It was all about it. Now, Boosie is facing upwards of 15 years on minor charges. Minor charges, y'all. A possession of marijuana that started as a 2-year bit that ended up as a 4-year bit because Boosie violated the terms of his release on a bail. They gave him another 2 years for that, y'all. Then, once he get arrested, sneaks codeine in the jail, allegedly, gives him 8 years. 8 years. How many people know? I know people, I done seen jailhouse stabbings where people caught less time than that. In the state of Maryland, y'all, jailhouse stabbing, a jailhouse murder is only punishable by 10 years. You talking about this man sneaking drugs in the joint and caught an 8-year bit for that. And you heard his reason, and I completely understand. He was on death row. He needed drugs. Shit. That's what most people in America that's on the streets is using drugs for as a coping mechanism. So I totally get it. Not saying if it's right or wrong, but I understand it. But now, like I said, this man is fighting the feds, facing 15 years because they stalked him. They stalked him. They knew if they sat back long enough and watched Boosie because of how he had to live that they was going to catch him slipping. And they said, when he catch him slipping, we're going to catch him. We're going to be right there to catch him. And that's predatory. It should be entrapment. It should be illegal. And we should be all upset about that because if they can do it to him, they can do it to you. And it's saying like to me, they only do that to us. Now, I would completely understand, like I said, if Boosie was running in a drug ring. There's no history. There's no evidence of that. They was following Boosie for one particular reason, is to catch him with a gun, and they've been doing it for years. That's why he kept getting pulled over. That's why he kept getting pulled over, y'all. Yo, when you're under investigation, they're going to let you know that they're close. You know, they never gonna reveal their true intentions. So a lot of them pullovers gonna feel like routine traffic stops. But the telltale sign is when they ask you to get out the car. Why do I gotta get out the car during a routine traffic stop? Because it's not about the stop, y'all. They trying to find you dirty so they can send you to prison. And that's what they did to Boosie. And we should be upset as a community. Regardless of your personal feelings, man. Because they only do that to us. Boosie shouldn't be facing no 15 years for them petty charges that he pled guilty to in 2009. Petty charges. Marijuana charges. Drug charges. All non-violent offenses. Got this man looking at upwards of 15 years plus. After they stalked him. And we just sitting back quiet because Charleston White said Boosie was a menace to society. But Boosie history don't speak to that. It don't speak to that. And that's all I gotta say, man. This is probably gonna be my last video about that until some more information come out that's relevant. But I had to bring this to people's attention, yo, because I don't like it. I don't like it, yo. And people wonder why Boosie and others have this hatred for the police. It's because a lot of us has been targeted by them since the youth. Very young ages. Getting mistreated. Getting trumped up charges put on them. And it builds a hatred. And it builds a hatred. But what Boosie should have known and what a lot of people got to understand is we fighting a losing battle. Because black people not going to stick together enough to, you know what I mean, make it make sense. So majority of the times you're going to be in it by yourself. And you can't fight the system by yourself as an individual. You need a team, you need a community. And we don't got that. Sad to say. But let me know how y'all feel about us in the comments. Make sure y'all like, share this video, subscribe to the channel. This is Keep It G News, and I'm out.